Well, joining me now is my guy, the one and only Mike Reiss from ESPN. Good to see you, my man.
Great to be with you, Steve.
Hey, Patriots brought in a whole lot of new faces. But before we even go there, I just want to know, just tell me there's a possibility, even more so than a possibility, that they bring in my guy, A.J. Brown.
You wrote his name down on the piece of paper last week.
I did.
Steve,
tell me, Mike.
Steve, there is a lot of smoke around this with A.J. Brown, and with a lot of smoke, it tells me that it's still alive. The question to me is, when would it happen? And I think the thing that's important for everyone. When? Well, I think maybe I don't know if I would say that close as much as when there's this much smoke, Steve, it tells you that it's still a possibility and that both sides aren't extinguishing that smoke. And I think the key thing to know with A.J. Brown and the Eagles is June 1st. That's the date when, if they move him, the Eagles, before June 1st, it really hurts them financially, Steve, like on the cap. So
don't expect anything until June 1st?
It could wait till June 1st, or like stranger things have happened where, like you might have an agreement in principle for something that happened. You know what I mean? Like, because you got to plan. You got to know whether he's going to be there or not. So I think the timing piece of it is a little bit of a moving target with that June 1st. Or someone could
come up with a big offer.
Someone could, Steve, but I think a lot of people are looking around the league and saying the Patriots are interested. Who else is out there? Like, you're right. Someone could come out of nowhere. But as of now, Steve,
nothing's happened.
There doesn't seem like anyone else is there. That's why everyone's looking at the Patriots as the team.
Okay, is there any possibility, and we're going to get to these new guys, that if A.J. Brown does not come, Diggs comes back?
I'm going to rule that out, Steve, and I don't have that from an authority of the Patriots, so I have to be careful being that decisive with it. But it just feels to me like both sides are moving on, and I want to share why I feel that way.
Okay.
I think, Elliot Wolf, the executive vice president of player personnel, didn't close the door on that. He was asked about it. It felt to me like the answer was more like, if Stefan ever came back to us and, would be willing to play for, whatever, pennies on a dollar, yeah, sure, maybe they would consider. But I think, is it realistic, is my point, Steve. So I just don't see it.
We're talking pipe dream here. All right, let's talk about the guys. Biggest names so far. They're running 8 guys. Biggest names so far they brought in.
Well, Steve, let's go with the big money.
Okay.
Romeo Doubs, the wide receiver. And this is $17 million a year. We talked about A.J. Brown to lead off. But Romeo Doubs is basically, to me, your new Stefan Diggs. Like, you let go of Diggs, who is going to make about $20 million. Doubs comes in at 17. That's not that far off, Steve, on a 4-year deal. Inside, outside. It reminds me of Jacoby Myers a little bit. Gets open, catches the ball, but not the same fire as Diggs. Like, Diggs was leading the team.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a little different personality.
But here's the thing, Mike. Still, so you're saying Jacoby Myers, not number one receiver then? Right now he's number one receiver on this team, maybe. Right?
Yeah.
But they still need more, which is why I keep talking about A.J. Brown.
And you're not alone, Steve. I think I talk to people that say maybe they need one more piece there, but you still got Kayshon Boutte. Still got Mac Hollins. Still got Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams, Efton Chisholm. I mean, there's a lot of numbers there at receiver.
All right, let's go Dre'Mont Jones.
Outside linebacker.
Edge rusher.
And to me, I think the question with him, Steve, is why him over Kayvon Chaisson? Chaisson signed in Washington, 1-year deal, not that much money, $11 million a year. And Dre'Mont Jones got 3 for $39. So paying him.
Is this guy that much better than Kayshon? Because Kayshon delivered.
He delivered, and I would say the thing. It's a great question, Steve. Dre'Mont Jones. It's a different type of player. He's a little bit bigger. He's 265 pounds.
Okay.
So a little sturdier against the run. Not as fast as Chaisson getting up the field. So I think my read on this, they were looking for a little bit of a different type of outside linebacker.
See, but I like guys that can get to the quarterback, though, Mike. I like guys that can get to the quarterback.
Jones can get there, though, Steve. He sacked May twice last year. Once for the Titans, once for the Raiders. He gets there, but he just gets there in a little bit of a different way, a little powerful.
The secondary may be the best in the league now, Mike. They're picking up safeties. They're picking up all types of guys back there.
Kevin Byard, who they picked up, led the NFL in interceptions.
Yes,
7 last year.
7 last year.
32 years old, so he's a little bit older. But, Steve, you talk to people, they say, the range, and the ball skills are still there. He shows no signs of the age, and so you pair him with Craig Woodson back there. You got Christian Gonzalez at corner with Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones. That might be the best secondary in the NFL.
Which means it's going to be hard to throw on this team.
It should be hard to throw on the Patriots, and one, from being around Mike Vrabel's team identity, the ball disruption. Take the ball away. Kevin Byard, Steve, I think it's 36 career interceptions. I had someone tell me that knows him well, just 4 interceptions, pencil it in right now.
Wow, just like that.
Just like that.
I like
so that's the type of guy.
We'll take that.
And a great leader as well, Steve.
Okay, there was a lot of talk about Patriots getting tight ends, right? Austin Hooper's gone, and they need a tight end. So they get one from Miami.
Yeah,
Julian Hill.
Julian Hill, and he's a blocker, Steve. And they actually paid him quite a bit of money. 3-year deal up to $18 million. That surprised some people around the league because he doesn't catch the ball a lot, Steve. I think he's averaged about 10 receptions a season.
Mike, I don't want a tight end that doesn't catch the ball.
Well, Steve,
that doesn't sound good.
Well, Steve, that's what you got. I'm sorry. No, he might. He might catch more. I mean, that's what they said. Elliott Wolf said there might be some more meat on the bone there. But Steve, the Dolphins came in here last year, last game of the year, remember?
Right.
They had nothing to play for.
Right.
Turn on, this guy was blocking his tail off against Anthony Jennings, Jelani Tavai. He actually recovered a fumble in that game early in the second quarter. And I will tell you, just from studying him, that stood out to me because usually when a guy plays like that with nothing. I mean, their season was over, Steve. They're coming up to Foxborough, Miami, South Florida. They don't want to be here. And that guy, he was playing hard. So I like the mentality. And you pair him with Reggie Gilliam, the fullback from the Bills, and they got more physical. They got tougher on offense with those two additions.
Tell me about this offensive line.
Elijah Vera Tucker of the New York Jets.
Because that's a big need, Mike.
It is. And Steve, this guy he was a first-round pick in 2021. His big thing is injuries. 2 torn triceps, 1 each arm, 1 torn Achilles. So he's missed a lot of time. So Stevie, roll the dice. Stevie, it's a roll of the dice. Do you like to roll the dice
with the offensive line,
Steve,
Mike?
they're rolling it. They're rolling it because if he's healthy,
hold on. You want both arms?
One of each. But sometimes things happen, and Steve,
a knee
and Achilles, an Achilles. So, but Steve, when he's healthy, he's one of the best lineman in the league. So it's a roll of the dice that he's going to come, change his scenery, has good health. And if you put him at left guard, you got Will Campbell at left tackle, Jared Wilson at center, you have upgraded. But it's a big if, Steve, because you're banking on health. And that's why you need to build more depth on that offensive line.
I do like what the Patriots have done, right?
Yes.
They're bringing in guys that can play.
Yes.
Which is what they needed.
Steve, they've spent money, and more might be coming, and they've built toughness, depth, but there's more work to do. Critical draft for them.
Critical.
Yes.
A.J. Brown. My guy. Thanks, Mike.
Steve, great being with you.